Am I wrong for leaving my wife because of a computer? I've been married to my wife, Emma, for 4 years. She was a social work graduate, and I met her in one of my general education classes. I told her I was a mechanical engineering graduate. She then asked if I could be her math tutor, and that's how we started dating. Later, I decided to pursue a master's in Japanese to enhance my career prospects. My wife thought it was foolish and refused to fund it, so we kept our finances separate. It wasn't a big deal since I was still working anyway. I just had less free time. She was earning more than me during that period. It paid off when I landed a high-paying job, which brought more stress due to frequent travel to Japan. I wanted to venture into gaming, so I invested in computer parts costing around $1,500. As soon as I unboxed the parts, my wife noticed the receipt and questioned my financial responsibility. She assumed I still earned the same amount, but when I revealed I earned triple that, she gave me the silent treatment. During this time, I noticed my belongings disappearing. I wanted to go fishing with friends, and my rods were gone. She'd given them to her uncle. I told her not to take my things without asking, but I didn't mind since they were old. I bought more. Another time, I was heading to the gym, searching for my pre-workout supplements. I keep 3 jars. Luckily, I had a monster can. I asked my wife when she returned from work, and she said she gave them to her cousin. I requested reimbursement, $50 per jar. She said I earned enough to replace them and ignored me. One evening, while I seemingly slept, she discussed moving her parents into our 3-room apartment with someone on the phone, likely her sister. Our rooms are her office, my office/gaming room, and our bedroom. She planned to give my gaming equipment to her brother to make space, assuming I'd eventually get over it. Today, I left work early, catching her amidst her plans. Upon entering, she and her brother were boxing things. I asked what was happening. My pale-faced wife claimed she was cleaning when her brother arrived. I asked if he planned to take my computer. He denied it. I retrieved our shared iPad and checked messages, clearly showing my wife instructing him when to collect and denying he had it. I told him to leave and asked why she felt entitled to my belongings. I never yelled at her. This seemed to frighten her. She began crying. She packed and left for her sister's. I installed a lock on my office. Her sister messaged me, calling me an idiot. I wonder if I handled it better, seeking advice. Update. After a week at her sister's, Emma called asking to meet. We met in a park. She apologized and believed she acted for everyone's benefit. I asked what if I gave her expensive makeup to my sister. She admitted she'd be upset. I questioned why she thought it differed with me. She had no reason. Her sister told her she was unfair. We decided to give our marriage another chance. Things went smoothly until she moved her belongings into my office for her parents. I refused, stating my space must remain untouched. We need to determine how bills are paid. She called me selfish and ran back to her sister's. Her sister reportedly told her she was being inconsiderate again. They argued since her sister refuses to accommodate Emma's parents. Tired of hearing about her issues. I agree. Her sister has 4 kids. Her sister called, sharing everything and stating Emma went to her parents' home. I tried calling Emma, but she ignored me for 2 weeks. I decided I couldn't live like this and filed for divorce, serving her at her parents. She called begging forgiveness. I said I wasn't sure. She refused to sign papers until we went to counseling. I declined, saying she had 2 weeks to suggest it. Now I live alone. She still refuses to sign, but this only complicates the divorce. Update 2. So Emma was cheating on me. The rods and pre-workout weren't for her family. They were for her affair partner. I discovered this when her parents invited me to their home. Upon arrival, Emma looked ill, like she hadn't eaten in days. Her parents asked why I expelled her, claiming neglect affected her mental health. Emma silently cried. I explained I never expelled her, and Emma refused to talk to me before I sent divorce papers. I showed them my message, practically begging her to return home for conversation. I asked Emma what she told her parents. Her dad intervened, saying I reneged on letting her brother stay. I queried what they discussed. Our dispute stemmed from them moving in. Emma rushed to her room for interrogation. Her parents clarified they were happy with their home and had no plans to leave. I showed them Mary's text explaining Emma's anger toward her sister for not accommodating their parents. We were confused. The parents called Mary for clarification. Jake, Emma's brother, confirmed. Emma cheated. Jake caught her and somewhat blackmailed her. As a high school freshman, we lived in a better district where basketball recruitment was likely. Emma thought I'd favor her parents moving in. Emma's parents summoned her downstairs immediately. She listened, recounting her version. Her affair partner's wife discovered their relationship, assuming it ended since he left home. He convinced Emma to quit her job for his out-of-state job opportunity. Secretly, he reunited with his wife. Life returned to normal within 2 weeks. Emma, however, didn't complete 2 weeks, vanished and was fired. When her affair partner ended it, she sank into depression and called me for therapy. I stated it's over and requested signing divorce papers for a smooth process. She begged for another chance. I left her crying. Her parents informed me Emma hospitalized herself from excessive medication. I ignored. Her dad asked me to visit, showing I care. I replied, I don't care, unsure what to do. Discovering infidelity, love vanished. Yet I feel cruel for not visiting.
She did all this to herself when she chose to cheat and was misled by her lover's lies. No surprise a man who'd cheat on his wife would lie to her too. You've done nothing wrong in this situation, so proceed with the divorce as needed. Emma will receive necessary help from the hospital and her parents.
I hate your wife, dude. I hate her. I've been reading this for months. Good luck with the divorce and moving on. This GP, girlfriend/partner, is a blatant, lying sociopath. If this hadn't involved her whole family, I'd wonder if you knew her real name. You handled this textbook case beautifully from the start, just intercepting her during the computer gear theft. From then on, what could you do? Sorry you went through emotions to give that monster another chance. Glad it ended quickly. I appreciate updates. Would love another soon. Stay strong, you. She and her parents will bother you for months/years. Good luck.
My ex-wife divorced me after she got cancer so she could leave first. Now she wants to come back. Should I give her another chance? I met my wife, Anna, in college. We dated through college and married after her graduation. Things were happy until Anna discovered a lump in her right breast. I encouraged her to get checked. She hesitated but finally did since breast cancer runs in her family. Indeed, that's what she had. The good news was her breast cancer was extremely treatable with chemo and radiation. Her doctor recommended a double mastectomy due to family history. This put Anna in a dark place. I suggested therapy. She refused, saying never mention it again. I supported her, took leave from work appointments, handled 100% of household chores, shopping, and drove her everywhere. About 6 weeks into treatment, Anna suggested staying with Sister Sarah for a week. Honestly, I was relieved, thinking time apart would help. 2 nights in, Anna called, saying she wanted a divorce. She'd read about men abandoning sick wives and vowed to leave me first. This destroyed me. I loved Anna. She was everything. I begged her to reconsider. I swore I'd never abandon her. Asked again for therapy. She refused. Asked for couples therapy. She declined. I inquired what I could do to convince her I wanted to stay. She said nothing. A year passed. Divorce finalized. I sold our home, splitting profit. Transferred work to a new city. Focused on myself these 2 years. Dog, casual dating, hiking, and gardening. Out of the blue, Anna called 3 weeks ago. Seeing me spark old feelings. She claimed sickness drove her actions, asking me not to hold them against her. She said she loved me, always had, and regretted leaving. I'm confused. Honestly, I still love Anna but lost passion. She broke my heart. Took long rebuilding. Yet, I acknowledge her cancer struggle. Should I hear her out? Here reconnecting will leave me feeling she's always half out. Update. Many suggested an in-person conversation. The consensus was it would reveal all I needed. Seemed reasonable. I messaged Anna. She agreed to meet yesterday after work. I chose a local cafe. Cautious. Anna arrived first. We hugged, but I didn't reciprocate. Sitting, I spoke uninterrupted for about 10 minutes while she cried. I recounted devastation, commitment through sickness and health, heartbreak, and struggles rebuilding. You warned me to consider her actions if we reunited or I fell ill. Right. I raised this. Anna interrupted, saying I was unfair, not considering her mental state. She claimed better health now but refused therapy. Why? That's my lingering question. She cited support groups, Reddit stories, and Sister Sarah's failed dissuasion. Anna felt divorcing proved strength. Heartbroken, I said reconciliation wasn't possible. Trust was lost. Always worried she'd leave again. She cried, pleaded. I stood firm. Leaving, she threw iced coffee in my face and stormed off. Enclosed, I closure. Wish it ended better. Reflecting, I wonder if saving our relationship was possible. No. Blocked her number. Hope never to hear from her again.
I'm glad you got the closure you needed. She seems to always save face, prioritizing reputation above all. She even did this when throwing the drink in your face. Seeing you leave, she didn't want the public perception of being abandoned, so she acted to make you the villain. I hope you find happiness moving forward and meet someone who truly understands for better or worse. Stay strong, brother.
The statistic I often see thrown around feminist circles is that marriages are more likely to end when the wife falls ill than when the husband does. However, it doesn't specify who exactly is leaving. The notion husbands abandon sick wives is a sick leap of logic. You could easily argue women stay when husbands fall ill for future life insurance payout, and women likely want out of the marriage since their time is ending to splurge wild. It's all nonsense. Your ex is an idiot for buying into this.